Welcome back to the daily discussion. So yesterday's video wasn't my favorite, and I definitely didn't do a good enough job not make it exclusionary because I talked about things that are like kind of military related, and not everybody wants to join the military, nor can they because of different health reasons or whatever. And not everybody wants to or can do a Spartan race. And again, those are to me too exclusionary. So I wanted to articulate a little bit more some of the finer things or the smaller things that I was talking about, because I literally mean whatever your heart is, that should be your next thing to tackle and go towards. So for me, for those who don't know, right before the hardest part of all of this next stuff really tanked my health, I was having a lot of those pains starting to come in, and it was November, I think, Thanksgiving 2019, right for the pandemic actually. And I had boarded a plane to go down to my sister-in-law's, where my family had flown out a couple of days before because I had to finish some stuff up at work, and I was going to be meeting them. I got on the plane, I sat in my seat, and the pain had immediately set in because I was having a little bit of and I actually, not a little bit, I had a panic attack and I walked off the plane. My bags ended up in Arkansas and I stayed here. So when I tell you find your next thing, my next thing was to figure out how to get on a plane and fly again. So that was my obstacle for a while. And I didn't get on the plane again until my first procedure in August 2021. That was almost a little less than 2 years later. It took me, part of that was the pandemic, but also the pain and stuff for my neck. But it took me 2 years to do that. And that was a very big mental struggle. So that's something I went through with my wife, and that's something I will never forget, and I don't think she'll ever forget either, because that was life-changing for us. So when I say go for your next heart, I want to articulate that even better this time, is saying that, hey, it could be something as simple as that. So another example is right after that first procedure, I could barely walk to and from my couch to my fridge. So after the procedure, and so I started feeling a little bit better from that, literally my next hurdle or my next goal, the next hard thing I did was, again, with my wife as my partner, we were trying to get me to be able to walk 200 meters. And I was trying to do that in 20 minutes or less, whereas world-class athletes do that in less than 20 seconds. So that was my next hard. It sounds ridiculous, but that's what it was. So like I said, I just want to articulate that better this time and say, when I say find whatever your next thing is, or strive to something, and it doesn't need to be a Spartan race, I literally mean it could mean 200 meters if that's what your thing is and that's what your barrier is right now. Go for that and make that your thing and find a partner to do it with. And if you need to, I'll do it. If you're around me, let's do it. If not, we do it virtually. I don't care. Hit me up. Like I said, I'm serious. Find your next thing and do it with somebody. And when you accomplish it, celebrate the heck out of it. Let me know what you think about that.